Everybody, welcome back. Had a slight little feed issue, so we're probably about a minute behind, which is not the worst. FEDOR GORST. BASEM, I'll make sure I pronounce this right. BASEM ABOUD. We're going to be going at it here. Sorry for the stutter step there in the process. I know it kicked some of these off, kicked yours back on. Apologize for that, but we are here now. Ready to go. Right. So we got BASEM ABOUD versus FEDOR GORST. This is the 2025 Qatar World Cup 10 ball. This is a race to 9 format. Playing with Dynasphere balls. Looks like it's the platinum set. And we're playing on the Yalin table with the magic rack. I don't know too much about BASEM. I know he's a teacher and he is from the Saudi area. From some of my intel, he plays pretty strong. All right, he does have the one ball in the corner. Just want to spin it a little bit. Down in front, my man. There we go. Also, we got some new products from FEDORGORST.com I'm going to be able to share with you today. They're actually pretty badass. You're definitely going to want one of these. Got the Mosconi Cup coming up soon. 4 players already on Team USA. Of course, our favorite, the Ghost, will be there. All right, he's got the 3 in the side. Remember, this is... Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. He's Syrian. Apologize for that. Not Saudi. Syrian. You're correct. Am I Fedor's best friend? I mean, I'm not going to say that I wouldn't be if he asked me to. No, but Fedor has me commentate his matches. We're, of course, here at the Billiard Sports Network. We're always happy to oblige. David Burgess says, I hear your voice everywhere. I'm here. I'm in there. All right, he's got the 6 ball in the corner. Should be able to come out just one rail for the 7 in the side if he chooses. Could also just hold the cue ball and play the 7 up to the top corner. That was slightly uncharacteristic, just from what I've early sample size I've seen of him. Let's see what FEDOR has here. I unfortunately don't have the information on the pocket size. I will try to reach out after this match to FEDOR and see if I can get some information on it. I am not in Qatar. I am over here in the US. The stream is being sent to me as usual by remote, so I'm remote commentating. What's up, Michelle? How are you? He misses the 6 on the side. Number 10 ball is called pocket, so you have to call your shot. You can't luck them in. Ghost's gonna have to go around 9 ball a little bit. Does not get there. Kind of plays a two-way shot though. Misses the 6, but cue ball's gonna end up on the bottom end of the table. I don't know either, Craig Lucas, but if they want me to commentate, remember the mic's always hot and ready, so they can give me a call. I'm in. All right, I reached out to a couple people real quick over there in Qatar, and they're telling me that it's a 4 1/4 inch pocket. It looks like in here in the early stages, it's probably area, what they call area referee. So it's probably one referee for like 2 or 4 tables. You got the young Claudio Cacci in the back there. That's how my boy Carl Boy says it. I unfortunately didn't hear back. I would assume it's pronounced BASEM. I had sent him a message to ask him to pronounce his name clearly for me so I can say it correctly, but I'm sure he'll get back to me. But so I want to say BASEM. If it's pronounced anything differently, let me know in the chat. I'll make sure I pronounce it correctly. What's up, Ruben? How's it going, buddy? All right, Ghost got the 8 to the corner. A little bit of outside low English. Should be able to play the 9 in the same pocket. Basim. Okay. So we'll call him Basim then. All right, FEDOR's going to take rack number 1. It's a race to 9. Here in the opening rounds of the Qatar World Cup. Got a couple of products I want to share with you. Here's the first one. Oh, why did that not work? There it is. The FEDOR Ghost shaft polisher, shaft cleaner for carbon fiber cues. If you go to FEDORGORST.com, go to the shop section, it'll be there. And then at the end of the next round, I'll show you the cool new sportswear we got out for FEDOR. All right, going into rack 2, FEDOR's break in the lead, 1-0. That's right, go Birds. What software is used to stream? So FEDOR sends me a stream from where he's at, and then I rebroadcast it out here in the U.S. One to the corner is going to float down onto the 2. That's a good shot. Might be a little straight. Make the E clearer, and you're good on the pronunciation. So BASEM. So Ghost draws it back. He's going to use inside English, but he's not, so he's going to use outside English and go forward off the rail. Got to get past that 8 ball. And new nicotine. They are playing with the Dynasphere Platinum set. I have this set. I know that that cue ball is a little lighter than some of the other cue balls. It doesn't get as much punch that it needs. All right, Ghost jumps the 3 ball in. Out for the 5 in the side pocket. Justin, yes, I am remote commentating. I actually have Zach next to me, about 5 feet to my left. Yes, it is allowed, just someone, but they have to call the shot. So they have to call the 10 to the pocket that they're shooting at. All right, 2 rails. Going to catch the 3rd. Got my main man, Max Lechner, back there behind them. And FEDOR's got the 9 right in the side pocket. It's going to roll down for the 10. Just play the 10 in the bottom left. All right, we got 2-0 on the score. Yo, check out these hoodies. These are the new Team USA hoodies by FEDOR. These things are dynamite. I love them. I have the white one coming to me. I'm going to rock it over at the Mosconi Cup this year. Put a link there in the chat for you. If you want to pick one up, go ahead and go to FEDOR's website under the shop section and get yourself one of those hoodies. All right, we're going into rack number 3. Sam's going to be cracking the rack here. Keep an eye on the 2 corner balls, 2 and 3. Fernando, what's up, buddy? All right, 6 ball down. 7's to the left. It's behind the 9-10. This is a big pot for this one. I think it's like 100,000 to the winner. Let me pull that up. I actually should probably know that. Give me 1 second. I'll give you the answer on that one. All right, so he's going to play the push out and leave the shot for FEDOR. Had the graphic earlier for the payouts on this event. So I know there's 450,000 total in the event as payout. I think it's 100,000 for first place. And that was the other thing too, Justin. Yeah, they were saying tax-free. So you get 100 G's, you're walking out with 100 G's. Don't got to pay the man. It's a hell of a shot right there to get right in that little area to make the 2. No, I'm not watching live. This match has been played earlier today, but it was not broadcast from Qatar. I'm in Philadelphia. They're 7 hours ahead of us. FEDOR does let me sleep every once in a while, so. I actually don't know anything about the match. I prefer it that way. I like to, when I do this, commentate it live. This way I can see everything that's happening. This is a Yalin table, Fernando. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. Y-A-L-I-N. Am I a full-time commentator for FEDOR? I mean, he calls, I answer. But I do know he does some work with Collins sometimes also. Collins is a buddy of mine, so it's one of those things where if I'm not available, then he is, and he'll do it. If he's not available and I am, I'll do it. Either one of us are happy to commentate. Yeah, I think Kyle Amarato is going to be playing Kachi, if I'm not mistaken. Thanks, Art. Appreciate it, buddy. Osama says, how does one apply for this? Osama, I'm not going to give you a chance to steal my job, buddy. Come on now. Thanks, Cole. All right, he's going to play this 9 into the corner. Just wants to come around the 10, played in the same pocket. All right, we have 2-1 on the score here.
It all started at Derby. We brought a few products and had no idea what to expect. Then came Super Billiards Expo, and the support was unreal. Now, seeing the way players and fans have responded, we're constantly coming up with new product, and we know this is just the beginning. Thanks for the support. We are just getting started.
right, Federer has a shot on the 1 here. Sorry, I had to step away for a second, guys. There's a couple people asking in the chat if this is live. It is not live. It was actually played earlier. But it is actually live to me. I have not seen the match yet, so I am commentating basically just the same way you're seeing it. We're watching it for the first time together, and I'm commentating on the match for you. Federer clicking down onto the 1. Do I know what playing cue? Of course I do. Federer's playing with 60 with the FG57 shaft. Says, can I shed some light on how these pros deal with jet lag? Yeah, some of them like to show up a day or two early and kind of just sleep the first day that they're there just to reset their body. Some players are just enigmas and don't need sleep, as well as some other players. So it's really for each player how they feel about it. I mean, we all know Federer's a robot. He only needs to power down every once in a while. He can play all day, all night. What sucks is better. Federer's socks are made from the crying tales of his opponents. I'm going to try to put it behind the 9 if it's possible. All right, it stays behind the 9. So Basem's going to have to jump over the 9 to hit this. He could kick it one rail. Oh, went a little bit airborne on it. Only Federer shot on it too. All right, he's got a shot on 2. Out to the 3-ball. 3 4's on the same rail, so he's going to have to drag the ball to the left a little bit. The tip of destiny. I like that one. I don't have a lot of information about the venue, guys, unfortunately. I can pretty much tell you anything about FEDOR, but come back and forth. That's a hell of a shot. Watch the scratch, though. Oh. Down into the bucket it goes. It's going to be ball in hand for BASEM. It's going to play the 4. Right in the top right, come out 1 rail for the 5-ball. Needs an angle to come out for the 6. It's a little steep, but I expect him to go back and forth. Back and forth to the 6. Punches over 1 rail for the 7. I would definitely say beating Shane in a race to 120 is the harder matchup than winning this tournament. No disrespect to any of the players in this tournament, but you know, Shane's god level. Arhurst, sometimes in these type of tournaments, they in the early rounds when there's so many matches going on, especially in big events, like I definitely know in the US Open, they have what's called area referee, where it's like 1 referee per 4 tables, and that referee just basically racks and then gets called over to the table if there's an issue. This particular event, it looks like it may be 1 referee per 2 tables. And so Sam's going to shoot this in. 2-2 on the score. Federer is not a U.S. citizen yet. He's applied for citizenship. It takes a couple of years to become a U.S. citizen. Yeah, we established that a little earlier there, Flamingo. The match is new to me and match is new to the crowd. The score's out there, but we're all seeing it for the first time. All right, 2 rails out on Federer. Coming over for the 2-ball. Play the 2 into the corner, slide over for the 3. If you can talk Shane into streaming his matches, I'll commentate them too. All right, 4 is going to go into the side. This is the purple 4, orange 5. Five into 6 should go into the same pocket. He's just going to hit this a little low, come out 1. So when he plays the 6, he'll stun the Q to the right side of the table, getting himself over there for the 7. Options. He can come underneath the 8, play it to the top left corner, or he could just go for the 8 in the side pocket. Looks like he's going to go for the 8 in the side pocket. So what that leaves is he'll be able to draw the cue ball down to the bottom rail, playing a 9 up to the top. James Weaver actually gets on a lot of streams, but she prefers to kind of pay attention to her matches. I think once she gets a little bit more experience and that mental toughness to like the level that Federer has, she'll start to stream them. But there is a lot of action matches with her out there on YouTube. If you want to see a bunch of her matches, you can go to the Billiard Sports Network. She came in 2nd place this past weekend in the Pennsylvania State 9-ball championship. Jacob Rides. We'll talk about Ashley Benoit. She's one of the players that my company, the Billiard Sports Network, sponsors. He might back cut this one into the corner. He got a little bad on the position. He either wanted to get further up or lower than a 9-ball. He got a 50-yard line with it. All right, Chicken Hawk. See you later, buddy. Guys, I'm all about talking some trash or whatever, but we won't use any racial slurs, anything ignorant in the chat, all right? Let's keep it clean. We're gonna talk trash about pool, not about anybody's ethnicity or anything like that. Yeah. Looks like he's gonna come two. I don't see him coming one rail into this. Could be two rails into it. All right. Am I in Gorst's team? I mean, I hope so. I'm not going to speak for Feder. I mean, but he asked me to commentate. I do. So. Yeah, Federer's opponent looks considerably older than him, so he has a lot of experience. I've been told that he's a very good instructor over in Syria. Did reach out to a couple Syrian players that I know, see if they can give me some more information on them. All right, that looks like it's going to be 3-2 on the score. I think I'm missing a rack here, but I believe I'm correct. 3-2 on the score.
This is the magic rack that I created with the Magic Ball Rack company. We changed the product a little bit and made this magic rack a little bit thicker to where I don't have to worry about balls being not frozen anymore. It's very easy and simple now to rack the balls tight. Try it out, guys. Get yours today at FEDORGORST.com and give me your feedback.
All right, rack 6. Rack coming off the table. 2's in the middle of the table. 3 towards the bottom. It's actually a cell phone, guys. He's got a really good cell phone. I believe it's like a Galaxy or something like that he uses. There's not too many like really great cameras on the market that have a Wi-Fi type signal. Plus, I do a little video manipulation on my end, try to make it clearer for you. All right, 4 in the corner, 5's waiting for him. Connecting the dots here on this rack. I gotta say, today's technology is fantastic. You know, just think of all the great pool matches and action that we missed years ago because of the technology not being out there to be able to do this. You know, now there's just action everywhere. I'll play the 8 to the corner. Just let the cue ball float across. 9 ball in the side pocket. Who remembers when you used to get the AccuStats in the mail? You would get the book in the mail. It would tell you all the matches that happened in the past month or two. All right, Fedor gets out, makes the score 4-2. I showed you earlier, but I'm going to show you again. Look at these badass hoodies from Fedor. Got the white Team USA. The dark Team USA. Show your support for the Mosconi this year. Fedor, of course, being on the team. Captain Sky Woodward. SVB. So, I got 2 trains of thought on that one, R. Hurst. The Road Hustler was kind of dying prior to technology, but, like, I'd rather see 2 great players match up than just one guy get busted on a stream by, like, a sucker, you know? So, I kind of like it that we can see 2 players just kind of go at it, like we did with AJ and Fedor the other day, you know? Got 2 monsters going at it on a stream. Years ago, you wouldn't have had that. We missed the 1 ball. All right, guys. Actually, I just was informed we sold the last Magic rack. So these streams do well. The last Magic rack has been sold. So right now they're currently out of stock. But of course, I'm sure Fedor and his group will definitely let you know when they're back in stock. Mosconi Cup is December 3rd through the 6th. It's going to be at the Alley Pally over there in London. I'll be there for that. My company, the Billiard Sports Network, is actually going to be doing a like a mini documentary on Matchroom about what they put into the production and what it takes to run an event like that. All right, this 2 ball is in a tricky position here. I'm gonna have to try to get around it. He got past it. I thought it was gonna be thin, that it was maybe gonna catch the edge of it, but I was incorrect. It wouldn't be the first time today I'm incorrect. So. Probably won't be the last either. Three ball hangs up. He was perfect on the 4 too. The Billiard Sports Network is where you could see that documentary. It hasn't been made yet. Not there yet, obviously, but you can check us out. Of course, if you have not already, make sure you subscribe here to Fedor's page. You know, right now, you have players who, I guess you call them, they transcend the sport. You know, you had Michael Jordan, you had Wayne Gretzky. Federer is positioning himself to be that guy who transcends the sport, that crossover star. So obviously he's going to need all the help he can get from the billiards community. Ball coming down for the 10 in the corner. All right. Now, earlier somebody was asking me what shaft Fedor uses. They're in stock now on his website, the FG57 shaft. I can't guarantee you that it's going to make you play better, but at least you're going to have the best tools to be able to help you play better. Check it out there, FEDORGORST.com, the FG57 shaft. Let me update that score for you, too. It scores 4-3. Jacob, I'm actually a very big fan of Jesus Atencio. I think he's a great player. Really nice guy, too. Spent a lot of time with him down in Florida. If you want to see actually more of Jesus Atencio, one of Fedor's sponsors and my sponsor, also Classic Billiards, later on in November, they're going to have, it's going to be like a Latin American style Mosconi Cup. It's going to be FSR, Jonas and David Arcidi versus Tevez, Gershon Martinez, and Jesus Atencio. That's going to be a nice little matchup to watch. You can check that out on Classic Billiards Facebook page. Fernando Fedor is playing with a custom Viking butt right now. But I'll find out that for you and let you know. Yeah, I think it's a good shot on the one on the side. I definitely think Jesus is going to have a breakout year in 2026. A lot of players are poised to have a nice breakout year. They're all playing very well. A down year for Fedor's coming in second. Yes, Falconetti. Fedor is not an official U.S. Citizen yet. That requires a couple years, but he's well on his way, and of course we welcome him. R. Hurst, I'm all for a new pool movie. I just am so tired of seeing the hustler angle. I just think that there needs to be a better type of story. But I'd love to see a pool movie, like you're saying, directed by a big time director with A, some pro players in it, and B, some, Hollywood stars. All right, 5 into the corner. Gonna punch it out right across 2 rails. Is the jump? No, Fedor's jump cue's out. I believe it's on his website. I believe you can buy it there. Why did a money game happen between JP Sokol? Because he was asking a whole lot of weight. All right, 3 rails around to the 10 ball onto the bottom right. Nick Taleone, what's up, buddy? All right, we got 5-3 on the score. The Ghost over BASEM. Guys, also, if you're going to buy the FEDOR GORST FG57 shaft, make sure you put in the cart there with you the shaft polisher. I actually do use this. It's not one of those things where I'm just trying to push it for you. This thing is actually really, really well put together. It cleans your shaft very well, makes it streaky, less gummy. I would highly recommend it. He's got the one in the side pocket, one to the corner. He could also play safe, playing off the edge of the one, trying to put the cue ball behind the 7. Well, the shaft's triple 60 shaft. The FG57 is a triple 60. It comes in radial, unilock, 3/8, 10, wavy, etc. It's a 12.5 millimeter shaft, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a 30. I have it pulled up here on the 30-inch carbon fiber construction with an 18-inch pro taper, 12.5 millimeter Kamui clear original soft tip, and it has the quick swap adapter that you can change the joints if you want to. So you can purchase a radial and also get a unilock joint, 3/8, 14, etc. All right, over to the 3 ball. Yes, it was sad, Nika passing away. They actually had a memorial for him this weekend at Amsterdam Billiards. Lonnie, what's up, girl? How are you? If you guys don't know Lonnie, she's the voice of the WPBA, the official streamer for the Women's Professional Billiards Association. She calls all the matches over there, especially for Federer's fiance, Christina Tkach. Kevin, he was asking for like the 6 and out and games on the wire, but they weren't trying to adjust any. They weren't trying to adjust any money odds, so wouldn't be a smart move to take that bet. 5 into the corner. 6 goes into the side pocket. He might have to punch off the left rail. It's almost like a forced foul, like a high right. Coming off that left side rail. No. Played it too much to the inside. It's going to get away with it, though. Ball's going to sit on the rail. Kurt Angelo, Guadalupe. Is this a money game or a tournament? This is a tournament. It should tell you there in the description. This is the QATAR World Cup of 10 ball. Opening round. Watch the cue. Going to try to get it behind the 10. Great speed on that one. What bet against AJ Manis? I don't know what you're talking about, sir. It was a fun exhibition between two players. Wink, wink. Better might be corner hooked here. At least the way he's approaching the table, he's looking. Might be corner hooked. Might also possibly go for the safe. He's trying to get behind a 9. He still has a 10 in the way. Ooh, hit the 6. That's a good shot. Being able to cut that down. Looking at the 7, there's not a lot of options on it. As a cancer survivor myself, let me just say that cancer sucks no matter how you get it, no matter how you have a lifestyle. If you are unfortunate enough to get cancer, just keep a positive outcome and just keep grinding. Thomas is asking what tables. This is a Yalin table with Andy cloth in 4 1/4 inch pockets. And they were using the Dynasphere Platinum set. That's right, they changed them now. They're Palladium, I think they're called. It used to be Platinum. We have 5-4 on the score here. Pretty good matchup here in the opening round of the Qatar World 10-Ball Cup.
What's up, everybody? This is Dave from Classic Billiards down here in South Florida. We do things a little bit differently here compared to your old pool hall. It doesn't smell like mothballs. It's not exactly a library, and nobody's shushing you like this is church. We're all about having fun, eating chicken wings, drinking beer, and knocking some balls around. Don't let that mistake you. We still got the skills, baby. So if you're ever down in South Florida, come check us out at Classics.
I highly recommend, if you're down in Florida, to go to Classic Billiards. It's one of my sponsors, one of FEDOR sponsors. Dave Bartosiak is one of the coolest dudes to hang out with in pool. One of the coolest dudes to hang out with outside of pool also. So if you're down there, make a trip over, tell them I sent you. Looks like we might have a player break here for a second. Let me show you them hoodies again. I gotta be selling. Always be closing. It's 2025 Moscone hoodies. I'm gonna put a link here in the chat for you. FEDOR GORST website. As much as we all want to believe it, and that is actually not the real Earl Strickland. Good try there, Earl. Yeah, the Palladiums do play different. They have a lighter cue ball. So the cue ball doesn't have as much mass. It doesn't roll as much. We're back from the break. Ghost breaking. Keep an eye on the 2 and the 3 ball. Cal, I actually don't have the actual information. I'll try to find out for you now. Lighter cue ball as opposed to other cue balls. So in estimation of the balls that are on the table, it's in proportion, but other cue balls are a little bit heavier. All right, FEDOR attempted the safe. It's going to leave enough of the hit from BASEM. Yeah, it's about 10%, JC. Well, he attempts to make the one, does not go in.
All right, I'm gonna play the 2 right into the bottom left. Just roll forward for the 3. 4 and the 6 are in a tough spot. He might draw this ball 3 rails. And try to crash into the 4-6. He could also just use a lot of right hand spin. Use it as a blocker. Yeah. And so he holds the cue ball down on the other end of the table. We're going to be kicking. Excuse me, Arhurst, English 8-ball English 8-ball balls are like 2 inches, and the U.S. or American 8-ball balls are 2 1/4 inches. The cue ball is also smaller too. I think it's like 1 7/8 inches or something, and the regular cue ball for the American sets are 2 1/4, and then English style games are played on 6 and 7 foot pub tables. He wanted that kind of full. He wanted to catch the edge a little bit more. All right, he's going to thin the 4-ball into the left side pocket. Comes around 3. Should land for the 5 in the left side. We'll play kind of the same shot, making the cue ball come around 3 for the 6. Now this one he wants to sweep it a little bit more, meaning he's going to try to hit more closer towards the middle pot, the middle diamond. Yeah, because he wants to stay on the outside of the 9. So leaves him straight on the 6-ball. Probably come back about 8 inches. Might even go a little bit to the left. Has a 9 straight down to the corner. All right, rolls up a little bit for the 10, playing the 10 into the left corner. I'm going to take a 6-4 lead here. All right, we have 6-4 on the score. Check out what's Hali Patsora, the best hair in pool, in that video. Has Federer considered playing in China? Actually, Federer has a Chinese 8-ball table set up at Rail Yard for him to practice a little bit on and get himself used to it. And then Bible Camp asked what kind of table. This is a Yalin table. No, there's very few tournaments anymore that use the actual triangle racks. Most of them will use a template of sorts. I'm not sure, excuse me, what the exact make of the rack that they're using for this tournament. Yeah, I think the sun took a break. Could be wrong here. Yeah, or her. So it's called player option. There's a couple different variations of 10 ball. They also play what's called call shot, call safe, meaning that if you don't call safe and you miss the shot, then the incoming player has the option to make you shoot again. That's more of like a gamble game. I know Tony Robles and them used to play that a lot in New York in the late 90s, early 2000s. Epona, I tell you what though, if Top Cat, once Top Cat gets used to the U.S. Balls, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be in trouble. Top Cat plays 8-ball really, really strong. I believe player option is being utilized here, but it's being utilized on a made ball, not on missed shots. Four into the side pocket, 5 waiting for him there. An 8 to the corner. He's just going to float the cue ball over for the 9. I'll probably see him go to the top corner instead of the side pocket. All right, we got 6-5 on the score, guys. Like I said earlier, I'm all about some good trash talking in pool, but not anything else. Keep any sort of trash talk that's not related to pool outside of the chat. If not, we'll have to make sure you're pushed out of the room there. All right, 6-5 on the score. Feder to break. Racing to 9 here. Over top of the 6. Dry break. Didn't make anything. He's got a shot at the 1 in the corner, but he's going to have to let the cue ball roll a little bit. Yes, this is alternate break. Right. Looking at the 1 here. From this angle, it's a little tough, but I believe the way he's looking at it and jacking up, the 1 does not go in the side. I could be wrong. Nope, I was wrong. It does go. All right, this all ball fails, so this tricky situation is going to have to get in between the balls. All right, 3 goes into the bottom corner. Let the cue ball come off the bottom rail. Coming back up for that 4 right in the side pocket. Oh, he misses the 3 ball in the corner pocket. All right, but Sam has a good chance here. 3 to the corner, just wants to draw. That was off the rail for the 4. All right, 6 in the side. Curious if he's, so I'm curious if he's going to draw to the top rail or not. He's not. He's just going to slide over for the 7. Nine goes on the opposite side, so he's just going to play this down to the corner, play the 9 in the side pocket. All right, 10 to the bottom corner. All right, gets out, makes the score 6. Oh, race to 3 now.
It all started at Derby. We brought a few products and had no idea what to expect. Then came Super Billiards Expo, and the support was unreal. Now, seeing the way players and fans have responded, we're constantly coming out with new product, and we know this is just the beginning. Thanks for the support. We are just getting started.
All right, guys, check it out, FEDORGORST.com. All right, rack 13. A little suspect there, but okay. One ball into the top left. All right, so I stunned this ball off the left side rail. I will say BASEM doesn't waste a lot of motion with the cue ball. He doesn't try to move it around a lot. He just kind of center balls it, or at least just gets it to an open position. I kind of like that about him. Just gonna come across. Wants to try to get in between 5-7. All right, 5-ball in the side pocket. Going to sweep the cue just slightly to the middle of the table because he wants a little bit of an angle on the 6. All right, leaves himself a cut on the 7 because it'll be a natural angle 2 rails over to the 8. All right, 8 and a 10 should, I'm sorry, 8 and 10 should go in the same pocket here. Yeah, I agree, Arhurst. Oh, he misses the 8-ball. He's going to get away with it, though. Look at the 10. I agree, Arhurst. Those players are shot makers. The ones that you're talking about there. They're all they need to do is be able to see the ball, and they're going to be able to make it. To me, they're the most dangerous players because you can't. If you leave them distance, they're still firing at it. That wasn't a two-way shot, guys. He missed it. You don't two-way your last 2 balls. All right, gotta be ball in hand. Fedor was trying to come down, just land on top of the 8 instead of hitting the table first. Caught it on the upswing. All right, we got 7-6 on the score. right, 7-6 on the score. The Ghost breaking. He needs an answer back rack here. He's got to just break and run out. I'll take Federer from here, Matt Weeks. Combination 1 to the 2. No balls are stuck anymore. Plays the 1 and the 3 in the same pocket. All right, 3 in the corner pocket, 5 in the side. Yeah, I believe it is double elimination. Buddy Hall would always lose to who? Buddy Hall was one of the best money players ever. All right, 5. Spins over for the 7. 7 and 8 should go in the same pocket. Going to the corner with it instead. What's up, Bang? How's it going, buddy? All right, slides over for the 9. So we're going to have a tie game here in a second. All right, we got a tie game here. 7-7 on the score. Race to 2. Was talking about it earlier. FEDORGORST.com. You can buy Fedor Shaft. The 6060. FEDOR GORST 57. Signature playing shaft. 12.5 inch diameter. Kamui tip. Interchangeable joint. Check it out, FEDORGORST.com. DeCito. There's that racking style again. Okay. Then why do you watch if he's overrated? I don't get it. All right, 2 into the corner. Three into the same pocket. You cannot drink alcohol in this event. Let's go, Santa. Thanks, Waleed. We really appreciate that one, everybody that was watching and wanted to see this. All right, Q down for the 8-ball into the corner. Controls Q all the way back up to the top rail. I don't know if you need to go that far. All right. He's at 8. He's on the hill. Better needs 2. It's his break. Chris, what's up, buddy? I got a bracket link for you here. Give me 1 second. I'll post it for you. All right, big rack here for FEDOR. We're a little behind in the matchup, Chris, but working on it. 2 down on the break. He's got the 2 down to the corner. 3's sitting there. I will agree with you on that one, Bible. He's not breaking his best today. In this matchup, at least. He just came with the shot there, though. Gets himself perfect on the 3. 3 to the 4. All right, I'm going to say we're staring at Hill here in a second. All right, 5 goes into the corner. Had a couple of upsets earlier in this tournament. Right, not in the side pocket. All right, we got a Hill thriller. All right, we're going to the hill, kids. Why do people need to post in it? Guess it makes them feel superior. I don't know. Double elimination, guys. All right, here we go. 1 rack to rule them all. All right, not the time to dry break. Pushes the one down to the bottom, 10's in the way. Cue ball's all the way up top with some distance. All right, clear shot on the one. All right, Kerm, how many times are you gonna say it, buddy? Or do I need to revoke you there, pal? Relax. It makes a one in the corner. Should be over. One ball goes. I don't see any other balls that are trouble here. Two to the three. Three leads to the four. Four leads to the five. Oh, a little steep on the three. Excuse me, a little under 3,000 watching. Or actually a little over 3,000 watching between YouTube and Facebook. Speed's the key here because he's got to push the three into the side pocket, but he doesn't want to hit the top rail and come down between the 5-6. Look for him to maybe even just rush into the four. And he's not liking the shot. If he cuts the four, he's got two options. Run into the five. He's going to play inside English here. Cutting the four, he's going to run into the five ball. FEDOR doesn't play JV Sokol after this. And hits the five perfectly. Should be out now. Mark, I kind of disagree. I mean, if you know that the match was played, why do you need to ruin everybody else's experience? Like, it's kind of like, you know, the people that are coming in here saying that are the ones being the nits. Gorst is not going against JP Sokol. He didn't go to Qatar. Just people wanting attention. All right, we'll play the 7 in. Just let the cue ball run into the 8. Let this up perfect too. Plays the 8. Slides over for the 9 in the same pocket. Nine into the corner pocket. Yes, Jason Shaw's in the event also. Not going to be Fedor versus Okulo either. It was a messy rack. It was very tough for him to get out of this one. All right, Fedor is going to take the match 9-8. That's going to put him into the next round against Woo Kun Lin. Thank everybody for watching. Tomorrow his matchup is Woo Kun Lin is at 12:30. We will try to stream that live if we can. Just need the powers that be over at Qatar to allow us to do that. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. You're watching FEDOR GORST YouTube channel. My name is Frank Maialetti, also known as the Cue Ball from the Pool Hall, and we'll see you all soon.